Inside the frame. We got overhang over here. We're short of the framing. So what I want you to do is don't tap the wall vertical board, tap the bottom horizontal 2x4. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you one more. Okay, hold up. One more.
That's flush.
Here, too. Great. Man, I don't get it right very often, but today I'm super excited. This has been the moment of truth for a couple of things. I was waiting to get this back wall with a single window over where my sink drain's gonna be. This is where our sink, hand washing sink, perfectly centered, almost identically centered on that window. So we'll have a shelf here with a little drop sink, and you'll have a little window, right, looking out as you wash your hands. And the elk like to sleep right back in these woods behind this window. And then right here is the drain for the shower. Hold that other wall and tap it into it again. Hello everybody. Like I told you earlier when I was trenching our water lines and stuff, I had to go through a lot of these tree roots for this tree, and I thought it may not make it. I was hoping for the best. It's dying. So I am gonna go ahead and cut it now before we start doing the roofing on the cabin, on the bathhouse here, or the bathroom. So I am gonna cut it high, probably about this high, have a little stump. Maybe we'll hang a sign on it or something like that. And if I need to cut it all the way to the ground, eventually I can, no big deal.
Okay, okay. So 2x3 framing lines up with framing of walls.
This way, like that. So right now we're screwed in a couple. We're doing the wall extenders right now. These just sit on that top plate and just give you the additional height before the rafters and stuff go on top. So we're just attaching these through the top of the wall plate and then to each other. You hold this for a sec, stay here.
perfect.
Is it?
Yeah.
What we just put in here is we got the horizontal wall bracing in line with the wall extender studs running horizontal with the main wall studs. It just really adds rigidity, and it's gonna really square this up high. This thing is still a little cattywampus and kind of bowing and warping in the middles. So this is gonna really stretch it and square it, I hope. Okay, we've just checked square by our diagonal measurements, corner to corner. We're within a 1/4 inch of tolerance. That's good news, but this is the moment of truth. Let's check level up high and see where we're at. I'm not going at the top header because they're angles for the roof. Buddy, that is about dead on. I'm happy with that. Let's go on this side. That's about head on. Head on. Let's see up here. Yep, that's good. Okay. Now that the walls are on, just a little confirmation confidence builder. I wanted to have this sitting against my wall plates and my studs to see how we are looking for our drain pipe location. We're dead on. This is going to be cut to 1/2 inch above the subfloor. We got way too much pipe. I've already got it marked. 1/2 inch above the subfloor allows the drain to sink right down on top of the pipe with glue, and then you do your gaskets and you screw it on. And I already have that drain. So this actually sits back 1/8 of an inch from the studs, which even with that, we've got plenty of room. It looks like 8, 8, 8. I am really happy with that. We had got all the walls on. We're ready to do roofing, roof joists and roof framing, and get the roof on. That makes me feel good. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. That baby is dead on. you see.
As long as you...
Wait till you see the video of me. Oh my gosh, it was a... Wait till I had the long rafter run all put together, leaning against the cabin. I put the step stool over there on that edge, and I was trying to get it up here and slide it up. Wait till you see it. I fall off the step stool with holding this whole thing.
Did you hurt yourself?
I jumped on the wait till you see it. Oh my God. Now I'm 1 1/8. Let me check level. We're perfectly level. Where's your get 1 1/8? Try not to. You need to lower it a little bit. I can tell already. Perfect. Hold it there. Don't let it move. It's easier on this single or this double rafter to hit too.
Oh yeah.
Plexiglass will slide right here. Metal, there'll be a metal roof overlapping down to here, and the plexiglass slides under that, so the water will run off the metal and run down the plexiglass. And once we install the plexiglass, I got to silicone all the edges, and it'll make it watertight. Do that. You know, it's fun when your rafter board is all split, broken. It's got a knot right where you want to screw your end screw in. I've had to redo this board 3 times because it split. Then I got it mismarked. Then I screwed up and didn't get it flush to the end. So this is attempt number 3. Third time's a charm. I am now starting the roofing process. First, we're going to put on our battens. This is the first batten here on the apex at the top of the rafters. These span, each batten spans 3 rafters. So we'll screw this one in. They have 2 3/4 overhang, so your metal roof can overhang and extend past the edges of your eaves, for rain protection and so on. Plus your metal can go over the eaves up to 3 inches past. They said it's up to your preference. This is a batten spacer. So I put one on the left and right side of this roof frame. And then it shows me exactly where to put our next center row of battens. We'll do one more and a final row of battens down here before the plexiglass run. Battens, if you're not aware, are what you screw your metal roofing into. So these bisect your rafters and give you a run to follow with your screw line for your metal roofing. That's what these do. Okay. Line those up so the top is inside there, is on the right edge. I got it. You want to lay it where it is while I... Okay, you got it? It seems to be staying... Watch that. No, it's not holding position.
Holy cow! Get off that roof. Wow, that was so. Lightning!
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh my gosh! Daddy, get off there!
Now we won't be able to do chalk lines on there. The handing of the foam insulator blocker is a time-honored tradition. Today, Brittany will hand Rick the foam insulator gap filler for under the metal roof.
I'm passing the baton. Over 6, because that'll match the right side.
6.
Yeah.
That's what I just said, right? Is that right?
Yes?
Good. It's kind of self-settled, you know?
Yeah.
So,
I can slide it.
Line it up for me and slide it in. All right, and then we want to evenly space it as best as possible. I'm gonna get up there and start. Is it gonna slide off if you let go? Probably.
It's not currently on top.
Okay.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Great, it's gonna grab all this water, dump it right inside.
I know.
Grab those panels.
Okay.
So let's slide that out and then you can bring that back on in. I'm not ready to strip it yet. Wow, the roof is complete. What a terrible day to put the roof on. We couldn't have predicted it. We didn't know it was gonna happen, but we finished the job. Rain or shine, lightning and thunder, mud, distress, whatever. We ended up getting it done and it looks good. Everything's tight. Everything's caulked well on this plexiglass sun side. And I'm really happy to have this thing dried in finally. Now it'll probably not rain the whole time I'm finishing this thing off, right? But it's dried in. These do not suck into the channel under that siding. They sit under the siding, so there's a chance for water to shingle down into the crack, the gap between these two. Caulk this edge between the floorboard and the wall plate before I did this a while back. So that should help to mitigate any moisture that could roll in between these two. So this skirting only goes up to the edge here. There's a gap in the corner. There'll be a corner gap filler that goes in there. That side door jam's dropping down about 1/4 of an inch and hitting this here. So we're going to try to trim this out so it sits flush. And I don't have my jigsaw or anything down here, but this is pretty soft. So try to do this with a box knife, see if we can get that cut right where we need it. Make a small adjustment. this piece of skirting is just a little high on this floorboard. So I may need to trim it later. I want it to be level and even with this. So we'll get it tacked in. We can always adjust it later. We got a little sticking out on that back wall too. So we'll get a bead of caulk on that and we're gonna call that good. Of course, this retaining wall side, I made a big mess for myself. I'm having to get the trim boards in here and nail them in down in this gap. So it's been very difficult. Not enough room to even swing a hammer, so I'm having to use the side of the hammerhead face here just to get these nails in. I got one more to go and the hard side is in of the skirting. So I showed you kind of down in that gap or that defilade down there where I got the skirting in. Just a reminder, on this back non-windowed wall, this is where I'm going to build a storage box, if you will, or just a little cabinet off the back wall of the cabin. And it'll have another shed style roof with my extra roofing metal coming off of it. And it's probably going to come out about 2 feet, 1.5 to 2 feet. Because I want to house the 5-gallon propane bottle in here. It's going to probably be, I haven't measured and figured this yet. It's going to be about this wide. We'll have a partition side for the gas bottle. And then I'll have the hose plumb through the partition. Then we'll have the water heater side separate. Plus we'll have some shut-off valves in here with all of our plumbing from our water coming in. I'll reduce it down from 3/4 to 1/2 inch PEX. We'll have the pump in here. We'll have the pre-filter in here. And we'll have the little pressure tank in here, little capacity pressure tank in here. And we'll have everything all put onto, tacked onto a board, neat, clean, and have a door on it. That's my plan right now with hinges. I'll insulate everything. And this will be my access on the back side of the cabin for all those goodies. Change out propane, I can open the cabinet, take my bottle, refill it. I'll also have potentially my little ATV battery, little small 12-volt battery here for my storage from my one solar panel on the roof to run that 12-volt on-demand pump. So that will be one of the, after we get construction done, as we start getting into the plumbing phase, get the shower in, the sink in, everything in the walls, then we're going to go ahead and build our box, or maybe the box first. I don't know yet. So that's going to be exciting to get that all figured out, set up, and mounted on the outside of the cabin here. So because I have a little bit of a lip on this skirting here, I'm caulking it. It's not completely flush, imperfection in the wood. My measurements could be off just a little bit. Warping, I don't know. So what I don't want is the water to run down these walls, hit that lip on this skirting, and then push into the cabin. There is a piece of trim that's going to go over the centers here. Okay, we got all the skirting in and everything caulked on that gap or that seam. Then we can move on to the rest of the trim now. on these center trim covers on the joints, this wall, that wall, and the back wall. I'll probably mask a line here, come back and just stain that belly color, just so there's continuity. So I got these windows. These are the bigger windows on the front and rear here. Got to get a good bead of caulk at that top area where it meets the siding along the sides. I'm not going to do the bottom. Moisture will run down and can come out. But there's going to be trim that goes over all that caulking and the mounting screws. So for right now, I got 10 screws in there. There's more screw holes. I'm going to see if I have extra screws once I get all the windows with 10 in, 3 along the top and the other ones evenly spaced with 1 at the bottom. If I have extras, I'll put them in there. So no need to be conservative on caulking. It's cheap insurance.